Hey, beautiful people of the internet, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully great, and welcome to Budget Builds, where we use zero Forma and achieve maximum efficiency. In today's video, we're taking a close look at the Nataruk bow, or Nataruk bow, however you pronounce it. I still can't get the pronunciation correct. So the only way that you guys can actually go and attain this bow is to go and complete the new war quest. Of course, links will be down in the description if you guys would like to see my playthrough on it. And also, if you guys would like to buy some merch, head to links down in the description. And of course, we'll be doing shoutouts to those who go and buy some merch over on our social media platforms. And also, don't forget to Spartan kick the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. Without further ado, let's get this video on the road, shall we? Alright, so as you guys can see, the Nataruk is actually a very unique bow. Not only is it a very nice looking one, but also it is one of the best bows in the game, if not the best bow in the game, just because of its three different mechanicals, or its three different shots. We've got ourselves a quick shot, the charge shot, and the perfect shot. So one thing that I like about the quick shot a lot is the fact that, let's say that you guys are new to using bows and you're not really used to it, well, the quick shot actually doesn't punish you too much on it, because you deal relatively good damage, but at the same time it could be better, so you won't be punished too much. All you have to do is simply just left tap, left trigger on your mouse, and then you'll be able to fire it immediately. Obviously, if you guys charge up your shot just like any regular other bow, basically you'll be dealing a lot more damage. As you guys can see, comparing the quick shot to a charge shot, basically if I charge my shot up, I'll be dealing 150% critical chance, whereas a quick shot will only be dealing almost half of that. And of course, the critical damage multiplier is increased. Now with the perfect shot, however, things do tend to get a little bit more complicated. So just like I previously said, the perfect shot would deal a lot more damage than the previous shot type, and etc, etc, etc. But the one special thing with the perfect shot is that you have to time your shot's charge rate. So in other words, when you guys are using this weapon on your crosshairs, you'll see two marks. One mark at the very top and one mark at the bottom left. So if you guys fill up your shot all the way to the very top, you'll be doing a charged shot. Now if you guys would like to have the perfect shot, the marker at the bottom left is where you have to let go of your charge. And of course, if you guys do get lucky, you'll be able to perform the perfect shot. And of course, the perfect shot is the one with the most amount of damage output. So there is that. Now, one thing I do want to say is, funny enough, by adding charge rate mods to this particular weapon, you'll be making the weapon perform a lot worse. Just because the fact that it'll make try and perform a perfect shot a lot harder. And trust me, try and get that perfect shot on, especially if you don't use bows that frequently, is going to be relatively hard. But of course, practice does make perfect. So here's the build for the Nataruk. Feel free to pause the video, and as you guys can see, I haven't added any Forma whatsoever, because let's be honest, this wouldn't be an episode of budget builds now, would it? Now let's start off with the arcanes. So what I recommend you guys use when it comes to the arcanes is go and use a mod called, or an arcane called, Primary Merciless, which basically increases your damage output if you guys do go and get yourself a kill. If you guys want to get the adapter from it, just go to Teshin in any relay, and he should be there under the steel path section. There you should train some steel essence in order to get access to the primary and secondary adapters. So there is that. In other words, go and mod or go and equip an arcane to whatever your playstyle is, because at the end of the day, it's your mouse, your hands, mod them to your heart's content. Alright, so starting off with our number one mod is we have ourselves heavy caliber, and don't worry about the negative accuracy. It's not really that important. Okay, Warframe is not that realistic in order to do so, and most case scenarios, you're not going to be sitting over a kilometer away just to go and snipe somebody. Most of your encounters will be up close and personal to medium range at best. So there is that. And by you having a negative, you're basically giving yourself a ton of more damage. Next up we have ourselves is critical delay. Now critical delay is actually a lot better than using point strike, just because A, the negative doesn't actually impact you that much. In fact, it makes the weapon a lot better, just so that you guys are able to go and hit that perfect shot more frequent. And on top of that, what makes a negative even better is the fact that because you've got a positive above that, your positive is going to be higher than point strike. This is legitimately a perfect mod for the bow right here. And of course, we're going to be adding hunter munitions, because let's face it, we're going to be critting a lot. And of course, if you guys do crit, you'll have a 30% chance to do a slash proc onto the unit. If you guys have been living under a rock, if you guys can proc one large slash proc onto a heavily armored unit, you'll basically be able to bleed them to death regardless of what their level and rank currently are. And of course, because we're going to be dealing with crit, we also want to see much larger crit numbers, so we're going to be using Vital Sense to increase our critical damage output. Next up, we have ourselves Serration for more base damage for obvious reasons. Here you have a pure utility, it's entirely up to you, but I prefer one to go after Argon Scope because me personally, I struggle so much when it comes to hitting that perfect shot, and I'm probably the same in others, or you guys are probably in the same boat as me, who will struggle to try and hit that charge shot. So why not always have that chance of, dealing an increase in critical chance? 9 times out of 10 you'll probably deal a charged shot, and of course if you do hit them in the head with Argon Scope, you'll be able to deal a ton of damage. So you won't be missing out on that much damage, but you'll be missing out on a lot less damage than previously. And of course, we have our elemental mods of choice, so I'm going to be rolling on with Malignant Force along with Rhyme Runs so I can go and proc Viral. If you guys didn't know, Slash and Viral work wonders together. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today's video. If you guys have liked the video or it's helped you in general, remember to leave a like and don't forget to spark and click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos and streams. I'm gonna make like a banana and split.